In this video, I'm going to run you through the process of saving your first PHP file and rendering it. Let's go ahead and get started. These directions are for the latest version of Mac OS X, but the process is similar in Windows. First thing I'm going to do is launch my web server. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the AMPS application. I'm going to start Apache. I'm going to then start MySQL. Okay, Apache and MySQL are started. Every time you launch your web server, if you restart your computer, if you, let's say you don't want to do any more coding for today and you want to go ahead and shut down your web server, you'll have to run through the process of restarting it. Okay, once I've started my server processes, I'm just going to minimize my AMPS window. The next thing I'm going to do is check to make sure that my web server is up and running. So I'm going to open my web browser and I'm going to navigate to localhost. What I should see is the root of my web server right here, okay, the document root. And what you'll see is that we've went ahead and created a folder for our course, which is BIS 235 in this case. Right now it's empty. There's nothing in there, which we'll go and create here in a second. The next thing I'm going to do is open up my editor. In this case, I'd like you to use Atom. And I'm going to go ahead and make this pretty much full screen. Okay, I'm going to go ahead now and create my first PHP file. And I'm just going to create the same hello world script we did before in the instructions for setting up everything. I'm going to save this file as I'm going to go ahead and click on the www I put in favorites, or if you have in Windows on your desktop or wherever you decided to save the shortcut to the document root, you just go ahead and click on that folder. I'm going to select my BIS 235 folder. I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder in here called Week 1. And inside of Week 1, I'm just going to call this hello_world.php. In Windows, it'll ask you to save it as what file type, and then you just type in .php or save it as PHP. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reopen my web browser. I'm going to hit Command Tab or Alt Tab to go back to my web browser. I'm going to refresh my website. Click on the Week 1 directory. Click on Hello World. And if everything's working properly, I should see where it says Hello World. Okay. Now, if I want to edit existing files, here's the easiest way to do it. And the process is pretty much the same in Mac as it is in Windows. I'm going to open up my either Explorer or Finder. I'm going to go into the shortcut that I created for my document root. Click on the name of the folder I want to go into, in this case BIS 235, in this case Week 1. I have this hello world.php file. Okay. Now, depending on how your settings are, you can click on Open With and then select Atom, or you can just stay in Atom and go to File, Open, select the name of your file that you want to open. Okay, so anytime that I want to create a new file, for example, I'm going to create a new file that just says something like this. It just says, prints out, "Hi Todd." Okay, basically the same code we just did earlier, just with different text. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to type in my code and I'm going to call this hi_todd.php. Now, if I want to run this, I just go back to my web browser, either go to localhost, or in this case, I just hit my back key, refresh so I'm able to see what the current scripts that are in that current directory are, and then click on hi.tod.php. Okay? And it should say, if everything renders properly and processes, it should say hi Todd.